Welcome to Lavanya's computer classes. In this video, I will explain arrays concept in C language. So what is an array first? First we go for definition, then I'll go for what are the types of arrays. So what is an array means? Array is the collection or group of elements. All are belongs to same data type and stored in a continuous memory locations is called as an array. So what is array means? Array is the collection of elements. All elements are belongs to same data type and all are stored in continuous memory locations. That is called as an array. The same data type is called as either homogeneous data types, similar data type or related data types. Homogeneous, similar data types. So array is the collection of elements. All are belongs to same data. We have to remember same data type. All are stored in a single continuous memory location. That is called as an array. So how many types of arrays we have? There are three types of arrays. One is single dimensional or one dimensional array. Single or one dimensional array. Second one is two or double dimensional array. Double dimensional or two dimensional array. Third one is multi-dimensional array. So these all are the types of arrays. Now we will explain one after another. So array is the collection of elements. All are belongs to same data type and stored in continuous memory locations. These are the types of arrays. First I will go for single or one dimensional array. Single or one dimensional array. Single dimensional array, first we go for syntax. The array declaration is also like normal declaration. The syntax is first data type, then array name of the array, and we specify the size because it is a collection of elements. The size must be keep it in the square brackets. That it is a single dimensional array. That's why we have only one subscript. The size is keep it in that place. Now that is called as subscript. So any array contains one subscript. It is called as single dimensional array and end with a semicolon. It is a syntax of one dimensional array. For example, I want to save, keep all 5 elements. All are belongs to same data type like integer. So data type is integer. Name of the array. My name of the array is A and how many elements I want to store? 5. So in the size I specify 5. Int A of 5. So what is A means? A is the name of the array. Int is the data type and 5 is the size of the array. That is called as subscript, single subscript. That's why it is called as one dimensional array. Whenever we declare like this, immediately continuous memory locations, 5 continuous memory locations is allotted for the name of the array is A. We have to remember one point, in array name the memory locations always starts with 0. So 5 means 0 to 4. 0th place, first location, second location. The 0th location is called as base address of the array. That is how can you represent means A of 0. Name of the array is A. Location is 0. Next one is A of 1, A of 2. This is A of 3. This is A of 4. 4 means 4th position in the array A. 4th position means it is start from 0 to 4. That's why it is called as 5th. Whenever we declare like this, it takes either horizontal form or vertical form also. Now we'll take one more example like float. Float B of 10. So float is the data type, B is the name of the array. How many values you have to store it in this? 10 elements. So whenever we are giving like this, it continuously allotted 10 memory locations for the variable B. So 10 memory locations. So it is the place of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0 to 9 totally 10. See the name of the array is B. So what is the position here means B of 0, base address. This is called as base address. This is B of 6th location in the array B. That means logically it is 7th place. Either we can represent horizontal form or vertical form. If it is an horizontal form means how many rows are there? Only one row is there. And how many columns are there? 5 columns are there. First column, second, third, fourth, fifth. So it is called as 1 by 5. Row 1, column 5. Here if you see this example, how many columns are there? Only one column is there. 10 rows are there. 10 by 1. So in single dimensional, either row, this is 1 by 5 means first one is row representation, second one is column representation. 10 by 1 means 10 is the rows, 1 is the column. In single dimensional, either row or column must be 1. So in the previous example, 1 by 5, second example 10 by 1. In this 1 by 5, 1 row, 10 by 1, 1 column. That's what it is called as single dimensional array. If the rows and columns are in different manner is there, that is called as double dimensional array. Now I am going to explain two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array means in this we have two subscripts are there. So what is the two-dimensional array means? We have row and column, two subscripts are there. So what is the syntax of two-dimensional array means like how we are declared like a first one-dimensional, similar like this also. Data type, array name. But only thing is we have two subscripts are there. These are called as two subscripts. These subscripts contains row. First subscript is belongs to row size, and this is column size, and end with a semicolon. So this is the syntax of double dimensional matrix. Data type, array name, row size, column size. For example, I want to take 3 by 3 matrix. All are belongs to integer data type. So int array name is A. How many rows I want? 3 rows and 3 columns. Whenever you are giving 3 by 3 matrix, then immediately it allocating memory locations with 3 rows and 3 columns. The rows is always starts with 0, 1, 2. First row, second row, third row. And columns also. How many columns? 3 columns. Those are also start with 0. 0th column, first column, second column. So this is the place of this one. 0th row, 0th column. This is 0th row because it is in the 0th row, first column. It is 0th row, second column. Similarly, this is what is the place of this one means this is first row, 0th column. First row, 0th column. First we write 0 address, then column address. This is the first row, first column, first row, second column. So what about this? What is the address of this location means it is belongs to second row, 0th column, second row, first column, second row, second column. So this is called as two-dimensional array. The diagonal elements. These are the diagonal elements. The diagonal elements, in these diagonal elements, row size and column size both are equal. Here 0, 0. 0 is row, row is 0, column is also 0. 0th row, 0th column. Here 1, 1. Row is 1, column is 1. 2, 2. Second row is 2, column also 2. If you are declared like this, this is called as two-dimensional array. So what is array means? Array is the collection of group of elements, all are belongs to same data type. For example, if we declare float data type means write like this only. Data type is float. Name of the array B, 5 rows, 3 columns, your wish. So then we define 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 5 rows. Columns how many? 3 columns. 0, 1, 2. It declared like this. 5 by 3 means totally 15 values are possible to store in this array. 3 by 3 means totally 9. So this is called as 3 by 3. We are reading like this. 3 rows and 3 columns. Here this is the 5 rows and 3 columns. This is 5 rows, 3 columns. So like this we can read it. So in double dimensional array, how can you take the elements in this? Means for this we need loops. For loop, 2 loops we need, 1 loop for row and 1 loop for columns. For example, I want to take int a of 3. I want to access the values for third 3 rows, 3 by 3 column matrix. So for 1 for is used for row and 1 for is required for columns. I for row, j for column. It always starts with 0. For I is equals to 0, I less than 3 because starts from 0. I plus plus. Again for j is equals to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. Then we write scanf because these are the integer data type, %d ampersand a of ij. Like this we can read the elements in double dimensional array. I for row, j for column. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, like it and share it. Thank you.
Welcome to Lavanya's computer classes. In this video, I will explain Unit 2 programming for problem solving, topic wise notes. That is for JNTU, RHA, R18 and also R22. According to R22, the PPS Unit 2 syllabus are divided into 4 important topics. One is arrays, strings, structures and pointers. All topics are very, very important. In the arrays, what is the categories of arrays? Topics and the arrays means one dimensional, single dimensional, one dimensional and two dimensional arrays. How to create one dimensional and how to create two dimensional arrays, and some important programs also, very important programs, those also will explain in this video. The next topic is strings. What is a string? What are the different types of string functions? strlen, string cat, string reverse, string copy, like that. Next one is structures. What is a structure? How to access the elements of a structure? How to create a structure? Then pointers. So in this video, I will explain one after another all the topics. First, I will explain arrays. In the arrays, what is an array? Already I kept the one video already kept in my previous video. Same video I will explain. I will put in this video also. Then we go for what is an array means. Array is the collection of group of elements. Array is the collection of group of elements collected together. What is the need of an array? What is need of an array means arrays are conventional to store same data type. Same data type elements are stored in one proper place, that is called as an array. What are the different types of array? I mean there are two different types of arrays are there. One is the single dimensional array, second one is the double dimensional array. Next one is I will explain some important program in arrays. That is the first one. This is how to create, how to access the elements in the single dimensional array. Hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, void main, int a of 5. Example, have to write it like this. Int a of 5. Here single dimensional array. Single dimensional array means everything. First one is all the programs are started with hash include stdio.h, then hash include conio.h, console input and output dot header file, then void main. Then we have to declare single dimensional array. How to declare means already we know data type, name of the array and then size of the array. Then one element we have to need for accessing the elements. Then clear screen. Now we have to give the some heading, printf, enter the elements in the array. Otherwise you take size also, but I am taking directly the elements in the array. Enter the elements in the array. Enter the elements in the array. \n is for entering into the new line. Okay. Then Now we go for loop because array means the collection of elements. How many elements means array elements is always starts with 0. I value is 0. I less than how many elements? What is the size of my array means 5. I less than 5. I plus plus. Why you are taking less than 5 means because starting from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 5 elements. If we take like this is the name of the array. What is the size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the index of this one means this is the A of 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 5 elements. So, how can you take the elements means scanf, %d, ampersand, A of I. This is the input element. Now, I want to print the same elements in the just accessing and printing elements. So, again I will keep the heading printf. The elements are. This is only for heading. Again I will take one more for loop for printing all the elements. I equal to 0, I less than 5. This is the syntax for loop. Then how can you print the elements mean? Just printf. Printf %d A of I. So this is a small simple program for how to access the elements and how to print the elements in a single dimensional array. So this is the program. In the examination they are asking explain what is the array, what are the different types of array with an example program. So you can take any one example program. So this is the example program here. Then two-dimensional array. In the two-dimensional array the very important programs are sum of matrix addition, sum of two matrices, multiplication of two matrices, transpose of a matrix. Very important programs. Now we will explain sum of two matrices. Write a program to find sum of two matrices. So what is the sum of two matrices means? Take any, this is the program explanation. First matrix A, second matrix is B. Then how we are adding this means this is the logic. This is what is the value of here? A of 0, 0 like this. This is the first matrix A. General mathematics A 1, 2, 3, 4. B is equals to again 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 by 2 matrix. 2 by 2. 2 rows and 2 columns. How can you add A plus B? 2 matrices means what is the add means? This one. 1 plus 1. What is 1 plus 1? 2. 2 plus 2, 4. 3 plus 3, 6. 4 plus 4, 8. This is the resultant matrix that is called as C. Now we just think the logic of the program. Here A is equals to first matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the position means? Here this is the double dimensional array. This is the 0th row, first column. 0th row, first row. This is 0th row, 0th column, first column. So what is the position of this mean? This is 0th row, 0th column, 0 row, first column. This is first row, 0 column. This is first row, first column. Is it clear? Similarly, B is also same thing. This is the 0 column, first column, 0 row, first column. So how we are getting C? This is also same thing. 0 column, first column, first 0 row, first column. So how we are getting means C of 0, 0. How we get the C of 0, 0? This element means adding A of 0, 0 plus B of 0, 0. So the logic is A of 0, 0 plus B of 0, 0. That means 0, 0 position. First element in the first matrix, first element in the second matrix, add, then you get the first element in the C language. So this is the logic of matrix addition program. So instead of here, first row, this is the row and this is the column. In the program, I is used for rows, J is used for columns. So logic is C of I comma J equals to, how we get it? C of Ij is equals to A of Ij plus B of Ij. This is the simple logic for matrix addition, sum of two matrices. Now I am explaining this logic using some program, sum of two matrices program. Here this one. First we have to write the program. Program means we need A of 3, 3. First input matrix we need, then output matrix A matrix, 3 by 3, 3, 3 matrix, and this is also second matrix, and the resultant matrix C of 3, 3, then I, J, M, N, I for rows, J for columns, M comma N, M for number of rows and number of columns. Clear screen. First printf, enter rows and columns of a matrix. So here M for rows and N for columns. Then first we take the elements in the matrix A. For I equal to 0, I less than M, I plus plus, because M is the row size, and J for column, N is the size of the column. Scan of ampersand A of Ij. That means first we read the first matrix. Then you go for values in the matrix B. The values in the matrix B means again same procedure. In this you have to take so many for loops. So this is also for I is equal to 0, I less than M, I plus plus, J equal to 0, J less than J plus plus, scan of B of Ij. Second matrix also we read. Now what is the logic means? Just adding the two matrices. For adding the two matrices, again we need two more for loops. Logic is C of Ij is equals to A of Ij plus B of Ij. Clear? Then, so two input matrices are over, processing is finished. Now what is the program is left? Mean just resultant. So how can you print the resultant matrix? Means printf, the sum of two matrices are, again we need for loop, for row, for column, just print the C of Ij. This is the simple program. For any program, for matrices program, we need two input matrices A comma B, then processing, then output. Is it clear? So input matrices also we use for loops, for processing we use for loops, and output also we need for loops. So like this, remember it. So what is the logic of sum of two matrices? Means simple logic. C of Ij is equals to A of Ij plus B of Ij. So this is the logic for sum of two matrices. Similarly, I gave subtraction of two matrices. What is subtraction of two matrices? Very simple. Same program, just logic will be changed. Here, sum of two matrices means C of Ij equals to A of Ij plus B of Ij. If it is subtraction, C of Ij equals to A of Ij minus B of Ij. Same thing. One input program we need. Input for A matrix, input B matrix. Then this is the process and this is the output. So this is the sum of two matrices. Okay. Next very important concept is write a program to find the transpose of a given matrix. Transposing, what is the meaning of transpose? These all are the example programs for matrices. What is transpose matrix? Means for example, this is the matrix A of 1, 2, 3, 4. What is A transpose? Simple general mathematics. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means here these are the rows. Already we know we are all from maths background, rows. The rows are, these are the columns. What is transpose? Means rows are changed to columns, columns are changed to rows. So that is a simple. Here in the C language program, rows are represented with I and columns are represented with J. Already we know. So what is the here how many input matrices we need? Means for transpose of a matrix we need only one input and we need process and only one output is coming. Okay. So here input matrix name is A, the output matrix is B. So what is the logic here? If we want to find B of Ij, just change it, I for row, J for column. So just change it, A of Ji. That means rows and columns are changed. That is the concept of transpose of a matrix. Now we will explain the program. So here hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. Then we need void main. How many programs we require? How many matrices we require? One is the input matrix, one is the output matrix. I for row, J for column, M for size of the row, N is for size of the column. Clear screen. First enter rows and columns of the matrix. So just enter M for size of the rows, N for size of the column. Please enter the printf, enter the values. How many input matrices we need? Means we need only one input matrix. So first we are accepting using two for loops. Accept A of ij. First matrix is finished. Then we want to start with the process. Process means transpose. Already I said how we are transposing means for I is equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, j is equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Here this is the logic. You want to calculate B, resultant matrix is B. B of ij equals to A of ji. This is the logic of the transpose of a matrix. After converting a transpose, then we just printing the values. Print the transpose of a matrix is for I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, print of B of ij gets ch. So this is the example programs for using double dimensional matrices. Sum of two matrices, subtraction of two matrices and transpose of a matrix. So for arrays, what is the definition of an array, what are the types of arrays and how to create single dimensional array and how to create a double dimensional arrays and some example program for double dimensional array. These topics are very, very important. Then what is the advantages of an array? What is an advantage of array means these are the some advantages. Short answers also they are asking what explain advantages of an array. Arrays are stored in multiple values of same data type. Same data type, homogeneous data type or relational data type. Same data type elements, if you want to store it in a single variable, it is possible in the array. That is one advantage. Second one is it is capable of storing many elements at a time. Number of elements are stored at a time in a single variable. That is also possible in arrays. Next, sorting and searching become easy. If you want to sort the elements or search a particular element in the given list of elements, which technique we requirements, arrays are the very, very important, easy technique. Next, the memory locations of elements in an array are sequentially. How the elements are stored, how the memory is allocated means sequentially the memory is allocated. All the elements in array is accessible in a single place. So these are the advantages. What are the disadvantages of an array? Disadvantage is also there. So explain what is the disadvantage of array means. Memory wastage is more. To delete an element in array, we need to traverse throughout the array. It is not possible to directly delete any particular element in the array. We have to travel from first place to specified location. The size of an array is fixed, will declaration itself only. In the beginning only we have to specify the size of the array. The size of the array is fixed. This is also one disadvantage. Next, the size cannot be decreased or increased dynamically. It is the biggest disadvantage in the arrays. Once we declare the size of an array, it is not possible to increase or decrease dynamically. So these are the disadvantages of an array. And one more program also I will explain now. In the advantage set, sorting is very easy using arrays and searching also. Now we will go for how to sort an element using list. This is an example for single dimensional array. So in the single dimensional array, first we declare A of 2, A of 10 we take some element size of the array, I we require, M we require size of the matrix, then temporary variable we require. First we are accepting size of the array, that is M, and size of the next take the elements in the array for I equal to 0, I less than M, I plus plus, scan of A of I. Single dimensional array like this. For example, if M is equals to I, 5, the size of the elements are like this. So this is the A of 0, A of 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the size of the array. Next one is now we are accepting the elements in this arrays. After taking the element, this is a scanf. Scanf means are taking 5, like 7, then 2, then any elements we take it 1, then 10 like this. I will write neatly. A of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can take some elements. Now I want to sorting the elements in an array. So this is the logic. For I equal to 0, I less than M minus 1, I plus plus, J equal to 0, J less than M minus 1, J plus plus. This is the sorting logic. If a of j greater than a of j plus 1, temporary variable, just changing the value, swapping the elements in one to another. So like this we can sort the elements. So these everything is considered as the array topics.
In this video, I will explain string handling functions in C language. So what is a string? What type of operations are performed on the string? Those are called as string functions. So what is a string means? String is a collection of characters, group of characters. So on that characters, if you are performing any functions, any operations, those are called as string handling functions. How can you handle with strings? That is called as string handling functions. So what is a string means? String is a collection of characters. Group of characters is known as a string. Collection of characters or group of characters. So how can you define a string means? In C language there is no specific data type for defining a string. For defining the string also we have to use one data type, that is CHAR, character data type only. The syntax is character, variable name, and within brackets we specify what is the size of that string, how many characters we require. For example, I want to define a S name, name of the student. So which data type it is? CHAR, character data type. With 10 characters I need it. So char S name of 10 means it takes up to 10 characters. That is called as a string. For handling string handling functions, we have to include one header file that is called as string.h. Without including this function, without including this file, if you are using string handling function, those are not at all working. So you have to include #include string.h, then only it is possible to use string handling functions. Now I will give some string handling functions. What are the string handling functions? These are the string handling functions. In these all the functions are start with str because it is a string. The first function is strlen function. Len means length. Str means string length. It is used for finding the length of the string. Second function is str rev. Rev means reverse, str means string reverse. This is used for reverse of a string reverse. Third function str cmp means comparison, string comparison. This is used for comparing two strings. Fourth function is cat, concatenation, combining two strings. Concatenation or adding two strings. For that we need strcat function. Next function is strcpy. strcpy. This is used for copying one string into another string. Now I will explain all those functions one after another. The first function is strlen function. Len means length of the function. Finding the length of the string. strlen is used for finding the length of the string. What is the meaning of length of the string? Means number of characters in the given string. Number of characters in the given string. This is the syntax. Now I am writing syntax. strlen within brackets, within quotations, you have to give any value, any string. If you want to give direct values in the bracket, then we keep semicolons, double quotations, because double quotations is for string. Example is strlen. Within quotations I am using word hello. So length of the word hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 characters are there. Immediately gives the answer is 5. One more is I took one variable like s. In that s I use the word hello world. It is a string and I keep it in the double quotation. So strlen of s. In this I took parameter like s because s contains number of characters. So what is the length of the string? 10. It counting the number of characters and gives the answer. So this is the strlen function. The second function, strrev. Str for string, rev for reverse. This is used for find reverse of a string. Syntax is strrev. Similarly, like if you want to give direct values keep it in the double quotations. Example is strrev within double quotations HYD. HYD means Hyderabad. So what is the words are coming? Reverse order. HYD coming reverse order. DYH. Otherwise, one more example. Character because string data type. Variable name is s. Size is 10. In this I store the values like world. So what is the value of s now? S is the world. So now I am using strrev of s. So reverse of s. What is the reverse of s? S has some value like world. So it is world is printed in reverse order. Okay, so this is the working of string reverse function. Next, one more function is strcmp. strcmp means string comparison. Comparing one string into another string is called as string comparison. Here we need two parameters because one string is compared to second string. Comparison. Two parameters we require. String length and string reverse we need only one parameter, but string comparison we need two parameters. Comparing one string with another string. Syntax is if both the strings are equal, whenever after comparing both the strings are equal, then it gives the answer is 0. So whenever it gives 0, then we can understand both the strings are equal. Otherwise it gives positive number or negative number. When it gives positive number means first string is more than second string. The value of first string is more than second string, then it gives positive value. When it gives negative means first string is less than second string. If the value of first string is smaller than second string, then it gives the answer is negative value, negative number. If both are equal, 0. If both are not equal, other than 0. Now we'll go for syntax. strcmp. Two parameters we require, s1 comma s2. Semicolon. If both the strings are equal, then only k equal to, we are assigning to variable k. If both k value either 0, positive or negative. K value 0 means both are equal, other than 0. For example, I am defining two strings, s1, character s1 equal to HYD, and similarly define s2 also, s2 equal to hello. So there are two strings s1 and s2, s1 value is Hyderabad, s2 is hello. strcmp, string comparison. I am assigned to the variable k equal to strcmp s1 comma s2. If you are like this, comparing s1 value and s2 value. What is s1 value? HYD, s2 value is hello. First characters both are equal, no problem. But second character y and e, so that's why both are not equal. Then it gives other than 0 value. That is also strings are not equal. So y is more than e. That's why it gives some positive value. Because first string 1 is more than string 2. One more example. S1 is HYD, S2 is HYD. So now comparing these two strings strcmp s1 comma s2. I will assign to the variable k. So what is the result of this k now? 0, because both the strings are equal. So whenever both the strings are equal, then result is 0. One more example. S1 equal to HYD, S2 equal to HYD, but here H is capital. HYD both are same, but it is case sensitive. That's why whenever you're comparing these two strings, it gives the answer is not equal. Now we'll go for one more function, that is strcpy. CPY means copy, str means string. Copy the string. Copy one string into another string. Here also we need two parameters because we require copying one string into another string. The syntax is, we have to explain each and everything with syntax and example. strcpy s1 comma s2. Here s2 is copied into s1. That means s2 is source string. That means you have the value in s2. s1 is destination string, output string. s2 is input, s1 is output. s2 is copied into s1. For example, character, this is the defining of string data type, s1 now 10, s2 10. I define just two strings, s1 comma s2, both are the equal to size is 10 10. I will take s2 is hello. Now I am using strcpy s1 comma s2. s2 has some value, s1 is not at all any value, just empty string. So now s2 is copied into s1. After finishing this function, what is the value of s1? Now s1 is also hello. Because s2 is the value of hello, that s2 is copied into s1, so s1 is also hello. Next function is strcat. CAT means concatenation. str means string. Concatenation of strings, adding of strings, combining the strings. Anything is known as concatenation. Syntax is, here also we need two parameters. String cat strcat s1 comma s2 is added to s1. s1 equal to s1 plus s2. s1 contains its own values plus s2 values is also added to s1. Example is character. I will take two characters, two strings. Two strings names are s1 and s2. Both the sizes are, s1 size is 15. But in this I took the word just hello. And I define one more s2 with size is 10. Here I am using world. So s1 has value hello, s2 is the value of world. So whenever I declare like this, s1 of 15 means 15 memory locations are allotted to the variable s1. 15 memory locations. So 0 to 14, totally 15. 15 memory locations are allotted to s1. In this, what is the value? Hello, HELLO. Next, S2. What is the size of the S2? 10. That means 10 memory locations are allotted, 0 to 9. So, in this, world is stored. But string is always end with a /o. One more extra character is taking, /o. So, S1 is 15, S2 is size 10. Now, I am using function strcat s1 comma s2. That means s2 is copied into s1. s1 is already some word is there, that is hello. After hello, the s2 value is world. World is also added to s1. What is the s1 size? s1 size is 15. So first take 15 spaces for s1, 0 to 14. S1 actual word of S1 is hello. It is not at all changed anything. But here after removing /o and it added in that place second string, that is world. then slash y, that means entire thing, that means now after this S1 is hello world, S2 is only world, there is no change in the world. So this is the working of string cat functions, strcat. So these all are the string handling functions, strlen, rev, cmp, cat, cpy. Thank you for watching my.
Now I explain structure. What is a structure in C language? Structure is a user defined data type which allows us to store different types of data elements. Arrays is also used for storing different types of data elements, but what is the difference between arrays and structure? Means structures are used for storing different types of data elements, that is heterogeneous data type, but arrays are used for storing same data type, similar data type. So that is the difference between structure and arrays. So structure is used for storing different groups of elements, but all elements are dissimilar data type, that is called as heterogeneous data elements. Okay. Now structures, and this is also called as derived data types. Structures, arrays, pointers, functions are called as derived data types. What is the meaning of derived data types? Means they are derived from their built-in data types like integers, floats, float data types. So from built-in data types, you have derived any other new data type, that is called as a derived data type. Here some examples of structures. One is the student structure and second one is the customer structure. Student structure means it contains student name, serial number, marks, address, average and total marks. So those are the different data type elements, because student name contains characters, serial number and marks both are contains numerical values with integers, average contains float data type and marks are contains the integer data type. Similarly, customers. Customer is also contains the information about customers, that is customer name, city and pin code. So these two are the examples of structures, student structure and customer structure. Now I will explain how to create and declaring structures. For creating a structure, we need one keyword, that is called as struct. Struct is the keyword, it is used for declaring a structure. So syntax of a structure. How to declare means struct, structure name, any name of the structure, then flower bracket start, then data type, structure variable name, data type, structure member 2, data type, structure member 3. Like that we can create any number of structure members with different data types. So these all are called as members of a structure with different data. That's why it is a dissimilar data types. All are stored in the one structure name, then close the structure with semicolon. This is the definition of declaration of a structure. After that, for this structure we can create any number of variables. Before semicolon also we can write it, otherwise this is another method. What is that another method? Means first we write struct, structure name, any number of variables, data type variable 1, data type variable 2, so on, members, then close the flower bracket, semicolon, then we create a variable. How we create means struct, structure name, then variable names, semicolon. We can create any number of variables for those structures. So these are the two techniques for creating a structures. This is the example. Student structure, struct student, flower bracket start. Here student name and address, both are the character data types. Then marks, serial number, total, all three are the integer data types. Then average is the float data type, then close the flower bracket. Here only I am creating two variables, structure variable, those are S1 comma S2. So S1 comma S2 are the structure variables of the student structure semicolon. So here name, address, mark, serial number, total are called the members of a structure. S1, S2 are the variable of a structure. And one more method is struct customers. Again C name, city, character data type, pin is the number. Then close the flower bracket, semicolon. There only I finished my structure definition. In the next line I am creating variables. Struct customer C1 comma C2 comma C3. That means three different variables, customer variables are created for this structure. So this is the declaration of a structure. Next, how to store the memory storage of a structure. Memory storage of a structure means how much memory is allocated, when it is allocated the memory. Here the example is student structure with the variables are name, serial number, marks and average. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of data types, 4 variables are there, semicolon is created. But in this example, memory is not allocated. Whenever creating a declaring a structure, that time memory is not allocated. But when the memory is allocated means whenever we declare a variable of the structure, whenever we declare a structure variable, that time only memory is allotted. For only declaring the structure, that time the memory is not allocated. That is a very, very important thing. So how can you creating the structure variable? Mean there are two methods are there. One is the with structure declare definition. Second one is using a structure tag. First example, how to declare a structure variable, that is the with structure definition. Separately we are creating mean that is called using a structure tag. That means first we declare student structure with all the variables, closing brackets. Separately we keep struct student s1 comma student s2 mean that is called as student structure tags. So like that also we can create the number. Now how much memory is allotted for this example means here how many variables are there? Four different variables are there. Student name, serial number, marks and average. Student name 20 character data type. Character occupies only 1 byte memory. So 1 into 20 bytes. Next serial number and marks, 2 variables, both are integer data type. Integer data type occupies 2 bytes. So 2 into 2, 4 bytes. And 1 float data type is there. Float occupies 4 data types. So totally 20 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4. Totally 28 bytes of memory is allotted for this example. Student structure. So like this we can allocating the memory. Whenever structure variables are created, that time only memory is allotted. Next, how to declare an initialization of a structure. Next one is how to accessing members of a structure. For accessing members of a structure, we need one operator that is called as dot operator. Dot operator is also called as membership operator. It is used for accessing the values from the structure variable. For example, here the structure is there. The structure, I will write once again here. How can you declare a structure means using struct keyword, struct student. Here one is the student name, data type is character data type with 10 bytes. Next one is integer data type, that is serial number and total marks. Then one more variable average with float data type. So that's why it is called as a structure dissimilar data type. Those 4 are called as structure members, and there I declared 3 variables S1, S2, S3. These are the structure variables. Now in this student name, average, marks, for all the variables are belongs to for all these 3 variables S1, S2, S3. But I want to call student name for one particular student, that is S3. So how can you call means S2 student, S2 dot S name, that means I want second student name. So S name is the variable name and for which student? S2. So how can you call means S2 dot S name means dot is an accessing member operator. Through dot on we can access the elements from the structure. Now again I want to call third student average marks. So which student? S3. Which variable I want? Average. So how can I access means dot of S3 dot average means average for third student. Similarly, I want serial number for first student. So how can you write it means S1 dot S number. So this is the information accessing the data from the structures. Next one is one example program. How to create and how to declare and initialization of a structure variable. Hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. Then I declare the structure student, void main. Same like normal program only, but only thing is you can use accessing with structure variable name. Here the structure variable is S1. So S1 dot S name, ampersand S1 dot S name, ampersand S1 dot serial number, ampersand S1 dot marks. Like this we can access the data from using scanf. And same thing we can write it with print statement also. So this is an example for structured programming. After that, now we'll explain what is a nested structure. What is nested structure means any structure contains, one structure contains another structure is called as nested structure, or a structure within a structure is called as nested structure. So one structure contains another structure. Here structure 1, first structure is there in tag 1. In the same structure, one more structure is there, structure tag 2. That means tag 2 is the structure, second structure that is there in the first structure only. One structure contains another structure is called as a nested structure. So this is the example program. There are first structure name is address. The address data structure contains city, pin code and phone number. Then structure employee is there. Main structure this is, in this name of the employee for address. Address is the second structure. It is also a member of employee structure. Now I want to access the elements from the structure employee. Employee name. We are creating the variable for employee structure. Struct employee E. E is the structure variable for employee. Now I want to access name. Name is directly there in the employee. So directly write E dot name. Now I want to call city. But city is not there in the employee. City is there in the address. But address is the part of your employee. So A is the variable of address. So A dot C. But A dot C is there in the employee, that is E. That means E dot A dot C, city. So we can call like this. This is called as nested structure. Next one is self-referential structure. What is self-referential structure? Means any structure refer itself is called as self-referential structure. Next important topic is union. What is union? Means union is also, here any structure is using pointers we can use self-referential structures. Next one is union. Union is almost all similar to your structures only. Both are used for storing dissimilar data type of elements. But structure is used for, struct is used for declare, keyword is for structure variable, union is the reserved word for declaring a variable. See here, struct item 1 and some group of elements. Similarly, union reserved word item 2. Here and here same data types are there. One is the integer m, float x, character c. So here it occupies, this is the difference. Here it occupies integer 2 bytes, float 4 bytes, character 1 byte. Totally 2 plus 4 plus 1, 7 bytes we need for in structure. But in the union, which one is occupies more bytes of memory, that much memory only allotted for union. So in the union, integer 1 data type, float 1 data type, character 1 data type. So which one is occupies more means float is occupies more data type. So what is the total memory is allotted for this union means only 4 bytes. In the structure it occupies 7 bytes. For union it occupies 4 bytes. The next important question is difference between structure and union. First one is the memory allocation is difference. In the integer, each and every variable allocates its own memory, but in the union, which one is have highest memory allocation, that one only take. The difference is first definition of a structure. Structure is a collection of variables of different data types. Union definition is also same. Union is also used for storing different types of data elements in a single variable name. Then we write syntax. What is the syntax of structure? Means structure is always start with the reserved word struct. Struct, structure name, flower bracket start, data type member 1, data type member 2, any number of data members and close flower bracket. There only we declare structure variable. Any number of structure variable, semicolon. Similarly, syntax of union. Union is always starts with the reserved word union, union name, flower bracket start, data type variable 1, data type member 1, any number of members, flower brackets close, union variable, semicolon. Here some example. Struct item 1. How many variables are there? Mean there are 3 different variables are there with 3 different data types. One is integer, one is float, one is character. So total same thing union also. Union item 1 M X C. M occupies 2 bytes because it is integer, float occupies 4 bytes, character occupies 1 bytes. So which one is the highest data type, that much memory is allotted for union. So 4 bytes is allotted for union. In the structure same example 7 bytes are allotted. Next one is each member of the structure will have its own memory, but in the union all members are not possible to all members are sharing the same memory. All the members of structure can be accessed at a time, but in the union all members are not possible to access at a time because there is no individual memory allocation in the union. So that's why all members are not possible to call at a time. Next one is the memory declared for structure is equal to the sum of the sizes of all its members. So how many members are there in the structure? Sum of the total bytes of all the variables is equals to size of the structure. But in the union, what is the size of the union means which one occupies more bytes memory, that one only size of the memory. And then structure occupies more memory compared to union, and union saves the memory space. So these are the differences between structures and unions, very important question. So till now structures and unions are completed.